How's it going, everybody? DGZ23 and Bulletproof Bubbles back at you again with some more ceramic coating action. Today we have a rarity, especially with the condition of the inside and the low mileage. This beautiful 2009 Jagura XJ L. This thing has been taken care of pretty good overall. The paint is fully intact, the clear coat is fully intact, but after that we do got quite a bit of work. We got a lot of flaws in the paint, as you guys see. Tons of swirls. Got quite a few significant straight line scratches under there, some random isolated scratches, a little bit of everything. Some little blemishes here and there, I'm not sure what they are. I see some sap in a couple of places, a little bit of bird etching. We got a little bit of everything. So we definitely gonna have to two-step this thing to get it like we want to. We're gonna get into that later, but right now we're gonna move to the interior. This month I am offering, and next month, free leather treatment or free upholstery shampoo. So we're gonna just sit back and let you guys enjoy a little bit of this interior cleaning action and just enjoy the show. We're going to be taking care of all of the interior surfaces, which are pretty much all leather, with Duraslick Leather Coat Max, which is a 3-in-1. It cleans, it conditions, and it protects. And it's still relatively a new product, but the company is looking at about a year of coverage, and that's against stains, UV, water, all sorts of contaminants. So we're going to take a little time and cover all of this stuff, which it did take a little while, but it's all worth it. It feels so great to the touch, and it just looks good, as you can already see the difference there. Well, guys, we started late in the evening. The night has come to an end. We'll pick back up tomorrow, but I'll go ahead and tell you, tomorrow did not go as planned. Definitely had some hiccups. Well, instead of going for the key to the Jag, I end up going to the key for the Z. Now you're probably wondering, where is the Z? Well, to begin, the lawn guy showed up and really needed to get over there by the Z. The battery was dead in the Z. Had to get the battery, put it in, jump it, move it out the way, and might as well take it for a little ride. So had to open it up a little bit, and she was doing good at about 1:30. So I think she's still good. And now there she is, sitting over there, waiting to get back in her spot, which I just discovered how dirty it is. Because just between Bulletproof Bubbles and my other gig, it's been hectic. I've been neglecting the Z. I haven't had the time for her like I need, but she's definitely in my heart, and she's going to get some attention soon. So be looking for an episode about that. We'll probably have to strip down the coating on the Z and redo it. It's about done. It's about 2 years in. So stay tuned for an episode on that, guys. But I'm going to get hydrated real quick and knock out this real quick and get back to action. But as soon as I decide to start, bugs want to attack. Freaking wasp. As soon as I get started, here comes a wasp. But okay guys, let's get on past this and get back to work. And after about an hour of power washing and pushing all this dirt together and scooping it up and getting it out of here, we got a nice clean spot for the Z to finally come home. And I can move on to the next process in this ceramic coating action for the Jag. And as you see, she is filthy, nasty, dirty. Bird poop, everything. Don't worry guys, we will get it cleaned up soon. Just forgive me, please. Alright guys, let's get this show on the road. We got a really long road ahead, as a matter of fact. We're going to start out with a little all-purpose cleaner to get all inside the wheel wells and let it sit while we take care of it. Take care of these wheels and tires with this mild degreaser. And then we'll move on to exterior washing, which will be a good rinse, and then we'll foam it down with some good strong acidic, and I'm going to have also a contact wash after the foam wash, which is going to have a really alkaline shampoo in it, and this is going to help break down the protection the customer already has on the car, which I can't tell you what it is, but you can see the bead action. It's actually pretty good, and it took quite a bit of aggressive chemicals to break it down, and even then I could still see it reminiscent on the surface in certain places. So I end up getting it all off, of course, with the polish step, but it was pretty tough, so you can tell the customer really was about trying to take care of it. I think the flaws really came from the original owner, probably just not knowing exactly the proper way to wash and dry a car. That's where most of the scratches and swirls come from. As a matter of fact, you do it so lightly over time you don't even notice it until you look back one day and just wonder why this car got so many scratches and swirls, when all I do is try to wash it and take care of it. But sometimes we just don't have the proper materials and we don't know the proper techniques. But as you see, I'm starting at the top of the vehicle, which is where you really want to start, and then you want to work your way to the bottom. Most of the dirt's going to be at the bottom, so I start with the top, get the side, the mirrors, the windshield, the back windshield, the hood, the trunk, and then start out with a little contact wash and get the rest by hand and work your way down from the top to the bottom. And I have a grit guard in my bucket, which helps release anything I might pick up with the microfiber. So as I go along, I rub it on that grit guard, and if anything's on there, it should release and drop to the bottom. But I really think I do a good job of pre-rinsing, and by the time I get to it with contact, it's not much anything on there that's abrasive, but I still use all the precautions. All right, we're wrapping up the first step. Now the second step is the iron remover. This good strong chemical will get into the paint and dissolve any iron particles that may be in there, which a car of this age and being outside in the elements all these years, I'm sure it's all over it. It's harder to detect with the black paint because it turns the iron particles purple, so you can see them, but I pretty much can't see them when it's black. But as it drips, you can see the purple residue, and it was definitely there. And you can see on the wheels even easier, and there was plenty of iron coming out of the wheels too. So now we're on to the third phase, which is the clay bar, which I'm using the clay mix, which is a synthetic material. composite to the clay that you can actually take a piece of and rub it all over the surface with the lubricant like I'm using, which I'm using O&R. You saw me show that first. That's an Optimum No Rinse. It's a wonderful, wonderful polymer that you can use in all kinds of ways. But today, right now, I'm using it mixed 256:1 ratio for a lubricant for the clay step. So as you see, I'm moving all over the car, catching every inch until all the deep embedded dirt is removed. Then I'm going to dry it, and that will wrap up another night. Long process, guys. Just hang in there with me. You're going to love these results. We are back and ready to polish, guys. Today I'm working with my D8 Max Shine Polisher. We're going to two-step this. Hit it first with the D8 coarse with the microfiber. Come back and refine it with the 3D1 and the foam pad. And I got a good inspection light and my paint gauge to help guide me through the process. So as you see, this is the hood area. The left side has not been corrected. This has been the correction from the right side, which came out pretty good. And you see that pitting that's all in there? That's actually defects that we are never going to get out. Those are fish eyes from a not so great paint job. I'll just say that. I know these things tend to pop up when the surfaces are not prepped properly, and whatever it was consistent. And everywhere that they repainted, you can see fish eyes. And they're not the best looking thing, but after all this correction, the coating, I promise you guys, they'll be something that you can see, but they won't be something that you worry about. It won't take away from the overall look, and the customers are very well aware of this, and he's going to be totally fluid when he see it and probably won't even pay much attention to them. But let's go ahead and get a little bit of action going with the polisher. Let you guys enjoy some of this footage. A lot of people ask how long it takes to do these jobs, and just to give you guys a little small idea, we'll time how long it takes to two-step this door. So that was just shy of 40 minutes to two-step correct this door. So you guys can do a little math in your head and get a small idea of what it takes. But generally, this car two steps all the way around. It's hard to film, to gauge with filming and other things that come up, like got rained out one night and other little things. I would probably say about 12 to 15 hours to go around. So it's definitely not hard to chew up 3 days. Well, guys, it's gotten a little bit too hot out here to continue with this coating. So we're going to have to wait till the big bad sun goes down to continue. Stay tuned. All right, it's all action now, baby. The customer has opted for the 7 to 10 year coating. So we are starting here on this door. As you see, the coating can be seen visibly as it's laid down, and it actually gives some indicators when it's time to remove it. On black paint, this angle, I don't know how much you will be able to tell, but as the coating sits on the surface, the carriers that keep it suspended in the liquid will start to evaporate into the atmosphere, And how fast or slow that happens depends on the temperature and the humidity. That's why I opted to do this at night, where it would be less humidity and less heat, and I'd have more time to get it up. As you may have noticed, it kind of started to separate from itself, and you can see more of a rainbow effect on a lighter car. You may be able to get a slighter better view from here. As you may have noticed, I like to trim the edges first, the borders. I like to go around, all the way around the edges. So now it'll just be easy to fill it in. And I usually go back 2 different directions to make sure I get every inch covered. Don't want to miss a spot, and you don't want to leave a spot. So when this is going on, I'm strictly business, making sure everything is covered, making sure everything is removed. And as you may be able to tell, instantly you can see the difference when I remove the coating. The clarity just gets much more sharper. And you really may be able to tell the difference in the sharpness if you take a look at my reflection and the stuff in the background before we coat it. You may be able to tell how much sharper it is once I remove it. So I'll give you guys a minute to just check it out and see if you can tell the difference in the sharpness when I remove it. And maybe you can see the difference in the coating when I first lay it down and just before I pick it up. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but the sharpness has definitely increased. Let's do our first little walk around, guys. We are pretty much wrapped up. I still need to tidy up the glass, wipe the wheels down again, get the dust off, zip it up, let it cure overnight, and let the customer come pick it up tomorrow. And you guys are going to hit the floor when you see this thing out in the sun, trust me. The flaws that are left, you won't notice. The fish eyes won't mean nothing. I say we have 80% correction and a beautiful coating. As usual, guys, it's definitely been a pleasure. Appreciate each and every one of you guys for sticking it out through this long video. But I know you guys enjoyed it, and I definitely enjoyed delivering it to you. The customer should definitely enjoy his coating over these next 7 to 10 years. I couldn't be more happy, and he seems to be just as happy. Maybe he'll be back with his F-150 he keeps mentioning to me. We'll see. Stay tuned for the next episode, guys. Bulletproof Bubbles signing out.